We now know the 501c3 pastors' next move. In fact, this is actually a very easy prophetic event to see before it comes to fruition, thanks to the fact that all the apostate pastors have done exactly as the Bible said they would do at every step. They have joined their ministries and churches with the state they reside in, making them an exact duplicate of the Roman Catholic Church, which has the original church and state structure prophecy speaks of when declaring it to be the woman on a beast. Because the only way to get a 501c3 in America is to join your church or ministry with the state. These apostate pastors started doing this prophesied act 63 years ago when they began to sign the 501c3 contract that most are calling the Johnson Amendment today. Then, after the Vatican knew they had all the churches in agreement with them, as was also prophesied, on March 7th, 2006, the pastors were given the legal right to stand as legitimate government agents thanks to George W. Bush's pen on that date via his executive order 13397. That just happened to be exactly 1,685 years to the very day since pagan ruler Constantine signed the Roman Day of the Sun into law on March 7th, 321 AD. And he did this to make it a legal day of worship, which then became the very first Sunday laws, thereby initiating the very first official Sunday Sabbath for the Bishop of Rome. And yes, that means all those Sunday-keeping pastors throughout history and on all the pulpits today lied when they said the Sunday Sabbath started 3 centuries earlier at the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I mean, you simply cannot fake well-documented historic record. And you certainly cannot find a single Bible verse to back up that claim that the Sabbath started when Jesus resurrected. It's just not there cover to cover. In fact, I recently offered $5,000 cash to anyone that can, and years ago I offered $10,000 cash. And as expected, not one single verse was ever given that makes Sunday a Sabbath for Christians. Then, on May 4th, 2017, President Trump gave the 501c3 pastors the legal right to speak politically from their pulpits, thereby revealing their long prophesied fruit of emulating the church and political state structure of the Vatican, or beast in Rome. But what Trump did that day was only an executive order. And like Bush's executive order, the pastors knew it was only valid as long as he stayed in office, or until the following president removed it if he wanted to. But then on December 2nd, 2017, in the middle of the night, as most of us were asleep, which, by the way, happened to be the biblical Sabbath of the Creator God, Trump and the Senate made that executive order permanent U.S. law, wherein the 501c3 pastors could legally endorse political candidates as well as legally lobby for legislation. And so, as prophesied, all those pastors now have the same church and state power to permanently stand as the same sinful image of the beast in Rome. But how does this make us realize what their next major move will be? Well, notice what it says in Revelation about what just happened. Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. The he in this passage is the second beast, which is the U.S. government. What just happened in the middle of the night last week was the second beast just gave life onto the image of the beast, which is in fact all the government-approved 501c3 pastors. They are now a legal, permanent church and political state power. And just so you know, the prophetic term speak means to lobby or legislate law. The prophetic term cause means to enforce the law they passed. And no, this doesn't mean they're going to enforce the mark of the beast next week. They are no doubt going to test the waters and pass a few religious laws, maybe 1 or 2, who knows. But now they have the power to enforce the mark of the beast because they now have the exact same power as Rome, church and state power. And so, for all those lying pastors out there that have stated for literally decades that we, the obedient people of God, have been lying about their 501c3 being the prophesied fulfillment of the image of the beast, how is it that everything that was supposed to happen that makes it become the express image of the Roman Catholic Church and political state power have actually happened exactly as the Bible said it would? In short, and as was prophesied, all 501c3 pastors, preachers, and teachers are now biblically proven to be the many false prophets that Jesus Christ warned us about in Matthew 24:11. That means if you are in a 501c3 church, you are under the tutelage or guidance of an actual false prophet. You need to leave that church immediately, just as Jesus said in Revelation 18. For if you disobey your Lord now and are found in the apostate churches when he returns, you will most assuredly be left behind when his obedient bride rises with him to New Jerusalem. Thank you for watching. God bless.